Supposedly 1/3 of the trash in New York City can be composted. So let's put that to the test. Do you compost? Do you compost? Do you compost?
Do I compost? Not now.
I don't like compost like regularly.
I do compost.
I have. I don't currently at school.
Do you compost?
No.
Why did you say it like that?
Because I had to remind myself what
What is composting?
was.
This is going to be disgusting.
Recently, I've noticed that the city of New York is trying to expand composting.
It would be the largest composting program on the planet.
You may have noticed more of these brown compost bins around the city.
It's common sense because it takes 1/3 of our trash out of our trash stream and away from rats.
So, is 1/3 of the city's trash actually compostable? First thing we gotta do is weigh everything. 45 pounds total. Next step, dump everything out, start sorting. New York's curbside composting program doesn't fully roll out until the end of 2024. But some New Yorkers have been composting in their communities for years. This is Carlos. He lives in Queens. First of all, where are we?
We are at the Compost Collective in Forest Hills Regal Park. This is a 3-bin system with black soldier flies. They just munch through everything. They're really cool looking.
We're visiting a couple different people today who compost in Brooklyn.
Oh, this is the garden. Everything's pretty much dead right now. This is the bin where I compost.
So that entire box is full?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yep.
What'd you do before you lived here?
I had like a couple houseplants and that was it. It just became a passion.
I'm Maddie. This is my kitchen. I just throw it into this bin. Baby bok choy ends, a mango that got a little funky. And then I dump it into one of those buckets. Twice a month, Ground Cycle picks up this bucket and drops off a fresh one, and they actually throw 2 pieces of free produce in with my bucket.
We should talk to these Ground Cycle people.
Yeah.
I'm Vivian, founder of Ground Cycle. I started a food scrap drop-off here at Vinegar Hill Community Garden during COVID. I grew up not knowing how anything grows and thought food just came from the supermarket.
Thank you for calling One. My name is Jessie. How may I assist you with the composting?
Yeah, I just wanted to get some clarity on what I'm allowed to put in the brown bin or not. Can I put chicken bones in after I finish my wings?
The items that are accepted for composting are food scraps, coffee ground or tea bags, shells, like seafood, nuts and eggs, bones, food soil or paper, like napkins, towels.
Thank you so much for your help. Why do you not compost now?
I don't have a lot of room. I got one trash bag, it's New York.
Why don't you currently?
Because I don't have space at school, and our school doesn't have a composting system that's great.
Why do you think you don't do it as much as you might want to?
Convenience.
Convenience.
The lack of convenience, I think.
So people don't compost in New York City because they don't have a ton of room and it's not convenient enough. But out in Queens, where Department of Sanitation piloted their curbside compost program, it's so simple, a 4th grader can do it. Hello.
Hello, my name is Chloe Pelicano.
How old are you?
I'm 9.
So what grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade. How do you like 4th grade?
It's dope.
It's dope?
Yeah.
How do you guys compost?
We have this little pail at the edge of our window in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And whenever we need to put a banana peel, an apple, anything, we just put it into it.
And then what happens when that gets filled up?
We go downstairs because there's a little compost bin.
Is it one of those brown
ones?
Brown ones that
Yeah.
the city puts out?
Yeah.
Okay, so Department of Sanitation has made composting really easy with curbside collection. But what do they do with all that compost after they pick up the bins? Per usual, all roads lead to Staten Island.
My name is Ian Twine. I'm the Deputy Director of Composting. I have been working for the department for 22 years. This is one of 3 sites we have. This is the largest and takes in the most material. So the material gets ground, and the pile behind it is an initial curing pile. That material will get moved into windrows.
So these piles over here, this is all food waste. This is an eggshell. This looks like a lemon or something. Most of what's all these piles are going down in these rows, these are all organic food waste.
This whole process takes about 6 months.
Just visually so far, it's looking like about 1/3 of this stuff is in the compost pile. So this all just looks like garbage, but this is actually all compostable.
Well, it's a mix. You'll see things like plastic bottles.
I mean, there's like books in here. Sometimes stuff that doesn't belong in the compost bin gets tossed in anyways. In cases like this, the Department of Sanitation operates a machine called the Tiger, which can rip open plastic bags and separate compostable materials from garbage. This is an amazing piece of machinery, but it's also highly sensitive. The Tiger is down right now because there were these like metal scraps that got in there that jammed it up, so they got that out and now they're in the process of fixing it. But this is what happens when you try and compost metal.
The bottom line with any recycling program, the better it's sorted at the source, the easier it is and the better material you get when you're actually doing the work.
Here are 3 piles. It's time to bag it up and weigh it in. So what's really cool about this whole thing is if you drop stuff off at anywhere in New York in these bins, it's actually being composted. It's actually turning into finished compost. And all that compost that gets made, well, it directly benefits New Yorkers.
This is the compost bagging machine. Anything we bag is given away, whether it be to a community garden, a school, any nonprofit.
So there is like a full life cycle when a park gets cleaned up or trees get cut down or whatever, and then it can go back to that same park.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
When did you learn about composting?
When I was about 4?
So it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
Is composting easy?
Is composting easy?
It's pretty simple.
It's a pretty quick and easy thing to learn.
It is.
Very easy. Yeah, I just put it in the thing.
Put it in the thing.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy. So you think more New Yorkers should do it?
I think so.
Moment of truth. 27.5 pounds.
27.5 pounds. One of the funny things we found in making this video is that humans have been composting for thousands of years. It's only recently that we got away from it. But maybe now it's time to get started again.